Hey YouTube, it's Don here. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on my Gen 5 Glock 19. So I was actually able to go shoot on Saturday. Put about 400 rounds through it, and you know, was all in all impressed. Was happy with my purchase, and not going with a different pistol or maybe a Glock 26 or maybe a Glock 17. Very happy that I stuck with the Glock 19. Would totally make that choice again if I had to. But just real quick, go over some things with you guys, things I liked, things I didn't like, maybe some things I can do in the future that will improve certain things. Right off the bat though, the pistol was a noticeably softer shooting pistol. That dual recoil spring definitely helps out a lot. I noticed that right away from going from my Gen 3 to my Gen 5. So that's something you're going to notice if you have a Gen 3 or a Gen 1 or Gen 2. You're going to notice that slightly softer shooting, which is nice. It's definitely a slightly flatter shooting pistol than the Gen 3 as well. The trigger is noticeably different. I put the stock connector back in my Gen 3. Kind of did like, the dry fire test, and you couldn't really tell. But once you start actually shooting this pistol, you really notice the differences. At least I did, or maybe it's just a placebo effect of a new pistol. But I felt a difference as far as the take up, that distinct wall. The reset was nice. It was real quick and easy for follow-up shots. And I shot this pistol from 5 yards all the way out to 100. Where we go shooting, there's definitely about 130 yards of usable shooting area, and we were doing out to about that, and I was consistently smacking steel, so it was awesome. So in that 400 rounds, I had one malfunction. I caused it. So the ambi slide stop, I somehow hit it, and it locked the slide to the rear. But other than that, not one malfunction. That was caused by the gun or ammo or anything. And just so you guys know, I really think that shooting the same ammo through your gun is important. Just my own opinion. And you know where it's going to hit with that kind of ammo, so you can be super accurate with it. And you can also notice what your gun doesn't like and what it really likes, and if there's anything else that it enjoys, going down the pipe, or it doesn't. Some ammo's more accurate than others. So it's just food for thought. Most of what I was shooting, if not all, was a Winchester 124 grain NATO. It's cheap. I can get it, 200 round packs at Walmart, for a reasonable price, for like $34 or something like that. So anyway, other than that, pistol shot great. No issues. Again, like I was saying, the only real honest to God thing that I didn't like was that cutout on the pistol grip. Not a big fan of that. And it's kind of sharp, so I had to adjust my grip because it was kind of hurting my right pinky finger. But I adjusted my grip, and that was fine. The grip texture, it's a little rough. Definitely went ahead and ordered some Talon grips, the rubber Talon grips for it. It served me really well on my Gen 3, so I'm going to keep going with that, because after a while, this shit kind of hurts. Not going to lie. Maybe over time I'll get more used to it. Really dug the medium backstrap with the beaver tail. Really gives you a nice, kind of really locks the pistol in there. Yeah. What else? The sights, they worked awesome. I did a good job putting them in. They were dead on. Dead on. Put that dot right at the bottom of the U, and I mean, that's all she wrote. The one thing with the trigger, going back to the trigger, I may put a 3.5 pound, like a black ice from the Glock store, connector in there to maybe lighten the trigger a little bit. But I'm gonna put some more rounds through it and kind of see. Kind of would like to just keep it stock and just run it, other than the sights and the grip tape. I kind of like to just run my gun stock. Sometimes you can run into some trouble throwing a bunch of upgrades in it. But yeah, other than that, real smooth shooting, very accurate pistol. I did a comparison. I'll have to do another one and actually have someone help me videotape the accuracy. Shoot my Gen 3, shoot my Gen 5, kind of see where I'm at. I'll probably actually be more accurate with my Gen 3 just because I've shot it way more. But I'm getting there with this. Probably another 1,000 rounds. I think I'll be where I want to be. Definitely going to invest in some different targets, some steel targets. My buddy's got one. Thinking about maybe a tree or something like that, or the Texas Star and all that stuff. That shit's really expensive. So just at least add a couple plates, just to practice different scenarios, kind of give you something else to shoot at, that actually gives a report back, so you're smacking it. Anyway, the light I have on there, that's just kind of, it's set up. I just got home from work. It's kind of set up for my home defense kind of situation. That's just a cheap, like $40 light. Works great, super bright. It's activated by just a button down here. It's not a Surefire or anything special like that, or an M-Force. I'll probably get one of those eventually, maybe an M-Force. I really like kind of the minimal look to it, and it's enough to ID whatever it is you need to ID. So other than that, I really have no negative other than that cutout. I could totally do without it, but I get why it's there. I was doing some speed reloads. The flared magwell really assists in that, so I really dug that. My buddy was a cop who his duty carries the Gen 4 Glock 17. He loved this pistol. He's like, man, I should have bought one for myself. So, and also one thing I wanted to point out to you, if you guys look there, I don't know if Glock's doing that now, but a lot of the early Gen 5 Glock 19s didn't have the beveling. So the bottom of the slide, like right here, was still square. Mine's beveled, so I obviously have a newer model or a newer version, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but maybe they fixed it and then started selling those. But anyway, you guys stay safe, Semper Fi, and keep shooting.